Well, hello there guys. So for today's video, we're gonna be talking about my top 5 minimalist friendly home decor pieces. I wanna say a big thank you first to today's sponsor, Ruggable, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but I have 5 different things to show you guys. I feel like often I see comments or just people in general when talking about like minimalist lifestyle, they say that minimalist homes look sterile. And I actually agree when it comes to like extreme minimalists. I think their houses just don't like feel cozy to me. And so I think though that you can have purposeful home decor. I don't think you need to give that up, but these are my 5 things that I feel like really help live a more purposeful life. They add more warmth and just more to your home so it's not feeling sterile, but they also, some of them have multiple uses. You'll see, we'll talk about it. The first one we're gonna talk about is actually a piano. I know it's gonna be the first thing people will be like, Brianna, that's not a need. But I feel like a piano has brought so much joy into our house. Now, neither my husband or I really play piano. We play a little bit, but for our kids, it has just been something that they love having. But I also love that it encourages us as a family to sit down and kind of like teach them the different notes. It keeps our kids busy. You know, if we need them to be distracted for a little bit and we don't need it to be quiet, we can say, you know, go up to the piano and just bang around the keys for a little bit. And then it also encourages us to like do stuff off of our phones. So I can sit there and kind of just like dilly-dally on the piano while the kids are playing instead of being on my phone. But it also is a piece that takes up a substantial amount of room in your home, and it definitely, I feel like, is a pretty piece in your home too. So I really love it, and I think that it's brought a lot of joy to our home and more purposeful living, encouraged me to stay off my phone, encouraged my kids to like, you know, try to learn something new, and it's just something different for them to be a part of and for our entire family too. Like there's been times where me, my husband, and both of our older kids are all at the piano playing together, even though none of us play very nicely. It's just something that's fun to have in our home. So the second thing that I have for you guys is a machine washable rug, and that is where Ruggable comes in. So I had been seeing Ruggable for a couple months now and wanting to test it out, and then I saw that they were working with creators, and I was like, heck yes, I need to test this thing out, let you guys know what it is like, and I can give you a full review even though I've only had it for about a week now because we've already had to wash it. If you don't know what Ruggable is, it is a machine washable rug that is spill and water resistant. If your animal, you know, eliminates on it, your kid spills something on it, it is 2 layers. So it has a bottom layer that attaches to the cover, which is the printed side, kind of like a hook and loop type fastening. And that's how they connect to each other. And so you can just go ahead and peel off your cover and then go ahead and throw it into the wash to wash it if you have an accident or something. And we had to test this out because Daisy, my Jack Russell Terrier, accidentally cut the pad of her paw when she was outside. I didn't notice. She came inside and had run all over the carpet, got blood all over it. So we had to peel it up, throw it in the wash, dry it, lay it back down, and the blood did come out completely, which I feel like blood is one of the harder things to get out, and it was able to get that out. So we had a success, and you know, within a couple days we already got to test out and see whether it really washed well. So far I'm giving 2 thumbs up for Ruggable. I've never been able to have a light colored rug in my house, even though I like how they look, and now I can because I can just pull it up and wash it. And the idea too of like having a rug that I could never really wash kind of grosses me out now when I think about it. And minimalist wise, what I really love about Ruggable is, say that you are someone that does like to change up your home decor a lot. Something with Ruggable is once you buy the bottom pad, you can just buy a cover to lay down over that. So they have all different sizes, you can see on their website. But they have so many prints, and you can just buy covers to replace. So if you want to, like, they have holiday themed ones. Like if you just want, you know, one simple way to change up the look of an entire area, your rug is really the way to do that. If you have kind of just like a basic look for your furniture and stuff, and you just change out your rug, you can easily fold them up fairly small and put them away in like one bin in your garage. And so that's a fun, easy way to just like totally change up a space as well. So Ruggable actually gave me a 15% off coupon code just for you guys here on the screen. You can use that on their website. I'll also have it down in the description box, but if you use the direct link in the description box, it will automatically apply at checkout, and that's 15% off your entire first order. And it's also just in time for Christmas, because I'm not really sure I can go wrong with buying somebody a washable rug. So the next thing that I'm going to include for you guys will only really apply if you have kids, but I thought this would be kind of an unexpected one to include, and that is a stacking rainbow. I just think that it is pretty. I love looking at it, especially if you put it in a window. It just adds a lot of color to a room, especially because with a minimalist decor style with like white and light and bright, it's easy to make your house feel sterile if you're not putting color in. And so I think that the rainbow is just a fun pop of color, but also of course a versatile piece because it's also a toy for your kids. My kids play with it all the time, and so I love that when they're not playing with it, it looks pretty and it looks nice and it adds color to the room, but then it's also a piece that is utilized and not just sitting there collecting dust. Okay, the fourth thing that I have for you guys is a bench. So maybe not everyone this will be their style, but this is something that we get so much use out of and obviously adds bulk to the room, especially the style bench that we have. So my husband and I actually made this bench, and it is a bench that we made for our kids to use at our kitchen table so that they can sit at it. But it's also something that we use in multiple other areas. So the first being that we use it for extra seating. We're pretty minimal in our seating in our living room, so we have 2 oversized chairs that can comfortably fit 2 adults in them, so we can fit 4 people. But if we have more people over, we can just slide our bench over and people can sit there. We also use the bench at our piano because the piano bench that had come with it was just rickety and old, and I also love that this bench can sit like all of us, you know, me, my husband, and our 2 kids if we wanted to. And then I personally also like that I just don't have another piece of furniture, like another bench in the house that is taking up space in the living room, so we just move that one over. And then another thing is a barrier for young children. If we turn it on the side, at this point she's not climbing over, so if you have young kids, it is actually the perfect height for them to be deterred from going if you need them to stay out of a certain space for some time, if you're, you know, cleaning floors, or if they're trying to climb stairs, which this one's doing. In true mom fashion, had to put the video on pause for a minute, but we're back with number 5, and that is wall decals. So we use these in our kids' rooms and in the playroom, but you of course can use them anywhere in your home. But it's a really easy way to add a fun pop of color, to take away a blank wall, to take away that sterile feeling without actually adding clutter or things to your space, because they don't actually take up any more room. And even like with frames, they don't, you know, stick off of the wall like a frame would, so it takes up less space. And usually with wall decals, you would take up a whole wall with them, so it really does make a statement and adds to a room. And you can also do that by, you know, painting one wall a pop of color or wallpaper. I hear that's coming back in style. So whatever, you know, in whatever fashion you want, but there's ways to, you know, decorate and make a room look less sterile by just taking a wall and making the wall the focal point without actually adding like frames or furniture to the wall. So that is all that I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, there is the bonus answer of plants, which I think everyone knows if you're around minimalism for any amount of time. Plants is a given when it comes to decorations in your home. I feel they just bring a light and airiness to your home. They do help with air filtration somewhat, but you have to have a large amount of plants for it to really make that much of a difference. But I do feel like for me, it just makes a difference in how I feel when I walk into a space. I'm happier. I think that it helps a lot with like depression, anxiety from my own personal experience. I got George right here hanging above me as we're recording this. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to check out Ruggable down in the description box so you guys can get 15% off your entire order, and I will see all of your wonderful faces in my next video. Bye.